You done showed them to the right page. I'm gonna just give you 15. To suppress evildoers and return evil to those who have injured you, Psalms 109. When suffering injustice, Psalms 52. To suppress a liar, Psalms 58. Still the voice of rumor mongers, Psalms 12. To repel those with wicked objectives, Psalms 70. For protection from vengeful plots, Psalms 101. For protection against family disloyalty, Psalms 27. Friends have betrayed you, Psalms 41. To subdue those who attack you, Psalms 28. A cry of distress and imprecations on adversaries, Psalm 69. Revenge against enemies, Psalms 54. To reduce the power of an enemy, Psalms 9. For protection against lying lips, Psalms 140. Protection against secret enemies, Psalm 64. To overcome those who plot against you, Psalms 80. Thank me later. Y'all wanted me to show y'all how to do a simple Psalms 109 reversal spell. Okay. First, you're going to need you a good old black candle. Your handy dandy lighter. You're going to need a pencil for sure. You're going to need a piece of parchment paper. If you don't feel like running to Walmart to get you one for the low, go for the brown paper bag, baby. Of course, you're going to need the book of Psalms. Same book your grandma been reading to you all your life. It's called the Bible. Open it up, turn to Psalms, going on to chapter 109. You're going to get your parchment paper. You're going to write the person's name on there. If you don't know their names, just write my secret adversaries. You're going to light your black candle. As the candle is burning, you will speak Psalms 109 into the candle wick. Read the entire chapter. Once you're done reading, you get your paper with the person's name. Begin to burn it. As the person's name is burning, you reread Psalms 109. Do not put your candle out. Do not blow your candle out. Allow the candle to burn itself out. Thank me later.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18, and it reads, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashal Barazal of the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. And, just when you didn't think, it can get any worse with the so-called Israelite woman, and particularly the so-called black woman, those two videos I just came across. This woman, the first, it was evident in the first clip. She uses the Bible, in particular the book of Psalms, to cast spells, which is what she says in the second video, a reversal spell. All right, and that scripture I read, that's still on the screen, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live," Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to smoke her, because first of all, she does not have the wisdom, Job 39:17, when it comes to the scriptures, 39:17 says, "Because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding." Okay. Scriptures all say, "Suffer not a woman to teach," but she took it upon herself to go into the Psalms and do a reversal spell. Now in that first video, she mentioned a lot of those Psalms, but the second video, which is Psalms 109 that she did this spell with, I'm going to stick with that, because when you go into Psalms 109, it lines up, perfectly with what Elder Apostle Tahar declared the year 2025 is the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and judgment of Esau, Edom. Okay, and when I say our deliverance, that's talking about the elect of Israel. Okay, Esau, Edom, who is the so-called white man, according to Genesis 25:25, and also the wicked, according to Malachi 1:4. All right, but she went into that, and it's it's just foul. No respect. Twisting the scriptures to cast a spell. I mean, like the scriptures say, you're gonna know that death by pain, according to 2nd Ezra 9. All right, because that's the one thing he said. You're not supposed to change his word or tamper with it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verses 18 and 19. Verse 18, and it reads, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book." Verse 19, "And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book." Now, some of you will say, if any, they'll just say, well, it's talking about man, and not the woman. Well, you see, this woman is married. Okay, I went to her page, and I found this information after I saw the one on Psalms 109. She is married, and I was watching Elder Demashapat's a video yesterday where someone will say that, well, it's talking about the man, not the woman. You got to remember, when you're married, it says that the two shall become one. All right, the man and the woman shall become one flesh. A man shall leave his father and mother. All right, and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So yeah, you're under him. Okay, that's the order. So it's talking about you too. That does not give you a license to sin. All right, just because it doesn't specifically say man. You got to understand the scriptures. Okay. All right. So yeah, that and she's when she casts a spell. And like I said, I did a little research and went into it, and I simply went on and asked, what do you call a person who casts spells? And this is from Google. It says a person who casts spells is called a spellcaster. Other terms for a spellcaster include a magician, sorcerer, enchanter, a witch, a wizard, which is a male witch. A warlock, same thing, a male witch. Okay, so those are the other names for it. All right, and the scripture says, "Suffer not a witch to live." You're gonna die. All right, point blank, period. And since you using the scriptures and you casting spells, it's that witch who likes to deal with familiar spirits. Okay, that's part of your duty. All right, so let's get that. I looked up witch. It's probably gone away now. Okay, there it is. Definition. Definition 1. A person, especially a woman, who is credited with having usually malignant supernatural powers. Okay. Definition 2. A woman who is believed to practice usually black, see black in entry 1 sense, black magic, often with the aid of a devil or familiar. That's familiar spirit or sorceress. Okay, that's another name for witchcraft. And then here's a note here. It says, this meaning of which is commonly encountered in texts relating to historical Christian religious beliefs about witches and witchcraft. And she using the Bible, okay, to cast spells. All right. Just foul, you know. Obviously, she don't read because she there's an account that deals with familiar spirits when it came to Samuel, in the book of Samuel, where King Saul, consulted with the woman who had familiar spirits. All right, this is I'm gonna go right to the straight to the point to get context. This is 1 Samuel chapter 28, verses 3 through 10. All right. It says, now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. So Saul had kicked them all out. Okay. But you got to remember, this is after the Lord took the spirit away from Saul, you know, and took the kingship from you know, first of all, he didn't kill all of Amalek, you know, who are your so-called Ish people today, the small hatters, 1948ers, and destroy everything that they had. And instead, he brought back what he thought was good and made a sacrifice, which, you know, no, that's a no-no, you know. He did that. All right. It says, verse 4, and the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem, and Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the hosts of the Philistines, that's the armies, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled. And when Saul inquired of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets. Okay, and you know the Urim, which is the Awarayam in the Paleo Hebrew. Okay, and Urim and Thummim, that was you know, the ancient technology that the Levitical high priest had. You can get that, I believe, in Exodus chapter 28. The Urim and the Thummim, meaning lights and perfection. All right, it was a straight yes or no question. You know, if the stone lit up, it was the answer was you know, yes. You know, all right. Says and he didn't get an answer by that, nor by the prophets. Okay, so hey, you know, as the scriptures say, Amos 3:7. The Lord do nothing; He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. So, you know, the Lord He was done. He was done with Saul at this time. All right. So that being the case, verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servants, seek me a woman that have familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that have a familiar spirit at Endor. Okay. Verse 8, and Saul disguised himself and put on another raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring him up, whom I shall name unto thee. And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done. He hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. So, you know, she wasn't trying to get that smoke, you know, because, you know, like the scripture says, thou suffer not a wish to live. All right. She would die, and Saul kicked them all out. All right. Continuing on. She says, wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die? All right. So, like, once again, she wasn't trying to get that smoke. She knew the law, but she dealt with those familiar spirits. All right. Verse 10. And Saul swore to her by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Ooh, that wasn't smart either. Saying, as Yahweh Bashem Yahushai liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. And see, man, that hits a whole lot different now. He swore pretty much made the Lord a liar against his own law. And we know the scriptures say, I am the Lord, I change not, yet ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Let me get that. Malachi 3 and 6. Yes. For I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. All right. The sons of Jacob are not consumed. He's talking about his elect right there. All right. But going back to that, Saul said in verse 10, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. All right. So he pretty much lied on, because there is a punishment for that. That's going back to Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a wish to live. You should not have no patience for a wish to live. All right. So she's going to get taken out. All right. But she believed him and went on to bring up Samuel. And we know the rest of the story, She went on to bring up Samuel. And, he came up and pretty much told Saul him and Jonathan was going to be with him the next day in the spirit realm. And that's what happened. All right. Now, we don't know what happened to her, but hey, she did it. And, her judgment was going to be coming too. All right. So, this woman, man, the spirit is heavy right now on Israel. We see in judgment every single day. And I know this week, it is amplified on the so-called, on the Israelite woman, specifically the so-called black woman. Been doing videos all this week. That's where the spirit has been, and I've been seeing them all this week. Even those who know that they are Israelites still out here teaching false doctrine. That's just as bad as the ones who are lying, because it tells you, suffer not a woman and teach. You go ahead and do it anyway. That's rebellion. Okay. What's the scripture say about rebellion? This is 1 Samuel 15:23. It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry, because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he hath also rejected thee from being king. And this is what Samuel was saying to Saul, for that sacrifice of the stuff he brought back after conquering, not totally conquering Amalek, but, he took the spoils. And, you don't take nothing from those people, the same way they do animals and people today is the same way they did them back then. Okay. His wickedness has never changed. And Amalek, who we know is a direct grandson of Esau Edom. He's the first of the nations, according to Numbers 24 and 20. And first of the nations meaning the chief nation. He's the head tribe of the nation of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So yeah, that you Israelite women, so-called black women who know the truth, if you don't shut your damn mouth, your fate is going to be just like this witch. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakakodash, Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babal. Shalom.